Can you guess which of these has the least carbs? A soft bread roll, a bowl of rice, or a can of soda? Seems simple, right? But here's the twist. It's a trick question. Even though they differ in fat, vitamins, and other nutrients, when it comes to carbohydrates, they're pretty much the same. That changes everything about how you should look at your diet. First of all, carbohydrates are the name for a group of molecules that your body breaks down into sugar, your body's main source of fuel. Carbs can be simple or complex depending on their structure. Sugars like glucose, fructose, and galactose are the simplest forms, known as monosaccharides. When you link two of those simple sugars together, you get disaccharides like lactose, sucrose, and maltose. But complex carbs are long chains made up of 3 or more simple sugars. If the chain is between 3 and 10, it's called an oligosaccharide. More than 10? That's a polysaccharide. But no matter how long the chain is, your body breaks all carbs down into their simple building blocks, monosaccharides, during digestion. That's how sugar enters your bloodstream and fuels your energy. But not all carbs are treated equally by your body. It reacts very differently to white bread than it does to a vegetable packed with fiber. Take starch and fiber as an example. Both are polysaccharides, both come from plants, and both are made up of hundreds of glucose units. But the way those glucose units are linked changes everything. In starch, the sugar molecules are joined by alpha bonds, which your body breaks down easily. Fiber, on the other hand, is made of beta bonds that your body simply can't digest. Plus, fiber can trap some starch, creating what's known as resistant starch, which also bypasses digestion. The result? Foods high in starch like crackers and white bread turn into glucose almost as fast as drinking a sugary soda. These foods have a high glycemic index, meaning they spike your blood sugar quickly. And yes, white bread and soda affect your blood sugar in nearly the same way. But when you eat foods rich in fiber, like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, those undigestible beta bonds slow the release of sugar into your bloodstream. That means a lower glycemic index and a much more stable energy supply. Take it a step further, and foods like eggs, meat, and cheese have almost no impact on blood sugar at all because they don't contain carbohydrates in the first place. But what happens once sugar hits your blood? That's where insulin comes in. This hormone, made by your pancreas, helps move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells where it can be used as energy. When blood sugar rises, insulin gets released. It acts like a key, unlocking cells so glucose can enter. How effectively that happens determines your insulin sensitivity. The more sensitive you are, the less insulin you need to keep sugar levels under control. But if that sensitivity drops, it leads to insulin resistance. Your body keeps making insulin, but your cells, especially muscle cells, don't respond well anymore. Sugar stays in the blood, insulin levels go up, and the cycle continues. Over time, consistently high carbohydrate intake can lead to insulin resistance. And that opens the door to something much more serious: metabolic syndrome. This condition includes a cluster of symptoms like high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, and abdominal fat. Worst of all, it significantly raises your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. In the US alone, about 1/3 of adults already show signs of it. So next time you're picking a meal, remember, not everything that looks healthy really is. That bowl of rice, that slice of bread, even a sushi roll, they can all affect your body in the same way a can of soda would if they're loaded with fast-digesting carbs. The real secret isn't just avoiding sweets, it's understanding how your body reacts to different types of carbohydrates. If you want to protect your health, balance your energy, and prevent chronic illness, maybe it's time to rethink what's really on your plate.